Phonics learning, CVC words and beyond. Once a child has a reasonable grasp of the individual letter sounds and can identify the first sounds in words orally, you're ready to look at words in more detail. To find out more about this first stage of individual letter sounds and first word sounds, check out my video on introducing letters. The link is in the description. In this video, we'll look more at CVC words and more complex phonic sounds in order to help progress your child towards word reading. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, hit the subscribe button now to see the rest of our series on reading. Let's get started. So what are CVC words? They're simple three-letter words made up of a consonant, a vowel and another consonant. They're great for children beginning to learn to read words. And for me, a key part of using the phonic approach to teach my children to read and spell. In CVC words, each letter makes its most common sound, so children can use their previous learning to make the sound of each letter, and with your help, be shown how to blend these sounds together to make the word. Families of words with similar letter patterns can be used together to help children build their learning. Mine found the rhyming nature of these words very funny, and also enjoyed using the rhyming pattern to make up their own nonsense or alien words with the same rhyming pattern. In CVC words, each letter makes its most common sound, so children can use their previous learning to make the sound of each letter, and with your help, be shown how to blend these sounds together to make the word. Families of words with similar letter patterns can be used together to help. You can use some of the Curious Kids
in the
101
Curious Kids 101
Etsy shop. We have a CVC word slider learning pack,
the link is in the
which I use to help my own kids with this approach. Say the sounds of each letter individually, and then faster and faster, trying to run them together. This is called blending. The child will learn to hear the words from the sounds. Then they can match the word to the picture card. The beauty of the CVC word sliders is that it is easy to move the slider and change the first sound in the word while leaving the end constant. The child can easily see this and begin to understand how to use their knowledge of the previous word to recognise and read the next one. You can also discuss how these words rhyme. The final sound of the word being the same causes a rhyme, and try and think of other words that also rhyme. Some of these might also be long words, such as plan, that rhymes with man. The beauty of the CVC word sliders is that it is easy to move the slider and change the first sound in the word while leaving the end constant. The child can easily see this and begin to understand. Sometimes letters can work in pairs or even a group of three to make a phonic sound. Around this point in a child's learning, I would also be introducing the first digraphs. I'll put a slide for this at the end of the video if you're unsure of any of them. Digraphs are two letters that work together to make a sound, such as th or ch. These cards are available in the Curious Kids 101 shop too. I like to use these cards with the different phonic sounds to make words to read with the child. By using the different cards, the word is already broken up into phonic sounds for them to read. This breaking up of a word into its sounds is called segmenting. It can sometimes be hard for a child to segment a word that's got digraphs in it, as they try to read it aloud. So using the cards to help them practice this is great. Once again, you can look at word groups, either ones that rhyme or ones with the same sound at the start, like chop and cheese, both start with ch. Once again, you can look at word groups, either ones that rhyme or ones with the same sound at the start, like chop. Harder than that is to examine a family of words with a vowel digraph in the middle, such as O. This digraph is in goat, coat, and soap. Recognizing sounds in the middle of a word can be a lot harder for a child. This is the beginnings of word reading. These techniques, though, will need lots of repeating. In the next video, I'll talk about how you can help your child with this process while reading real books, and help their reading comprehension too. There's just the chance to have a quick look at the diagraphs as promised before I go. So here are the diagrams, running down the list. Ow, ch, sh, e, k, oi, n, u, o, qu, a, I, o, r.